Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Lore event, week 13, day 4. So today, we got ourselves the Doomsayer class. Apparently I got a pet active, which we actually do need, so we should probably get on that first to make sure the timer doesn't go down. I got our Doomsayer. Obviously you can get a little bit of free XP towards it. It is generally not worth throwing gems at this thing, so we're just going for our 25 gems, getting in, getting out, and just claiming a little bit of loot. From that. However, also we'll be finishing up the War Lore event. Forget if I actually need any battles. The answer is yes, so we'll be finishing out our last 4 battles for that, or I should say last 6. Also, gosh, it is downpouring right now, so if we randomly lose connection, it is because of that. If the stream goes down, it's probably not coming back up. But it shouldn't. It didn't earlier. It's been doing that for a while, but now it's like really going. But do be wary if we just randomly cut out. It's because storm. But anyways, yeah, let's go do the pet real quick. Start with that. We still have quite a bit of timer, 40 minutes. However, we definitely need this pet. We have like 0 copies of it. So let's start there. Double check that we have magic. No, we do not. Good thing we checked. There we go. And now we can go run it. And then we'll go do the class events. Probably our dailies, then World Lore event, and probably do some token grinding then. We should still have time, because most of that is relatively quick stuff. This pet right here is going to take like 4 minutes, so a little bit longer possibly. This is a submerge battle. These take actually the absolute longest. Actually, there's 2 that could take the longest. This one and the one that has that 25% revive. I'll throw that down for now. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope all of you have been doing good. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Bill. Hello, Queen D. Hello, let's see. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Lestat. Hello, John. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go throw that down. Has not been smoky by you? Yeah, those fires are pretty insane. Definitely be safe if you're in the area. So, hello, Marcelo. Welcome. And of course, tomorrow we got ourselves some raids. I forget if it actually shows you in the little thingy alert. But we do have a raid event tomorrow. And we'll be doing that probably around 10 or so. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which is like, what, 14 hours from now? But we'll be messing with that, getting the whole event done. Oh, throw that down. Throw the other thing. We're not getting a new troop or anything this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe we're getting anything new. However, this Saturday we're getting the 2018 Talk Like a Pirate Day pet. Also, I believe that's the actual Talk Like a Pirate Day, oddly enough. There's, of course, the Wednesday pet just always comes out on Wednesday, even if the holiday is not specifically on the Wednesday. Gosh, that was a lot of cascades, but we got a map from it. That's a sign that you're getting too many cascades, more so than anything. Here's a map. Back in the day, it used to give 1 gem. Now it gives a useless map. Unless they're going to be upgrading it to a point where maps actually become useful. Who knows? We might eventually get an update that does that. Next patch will not be addressing it, however. But we are likely, potentially soon, TM to get one. But this next patch is unfortunately not going to be that one. Oh, they did add a preview image. Yeah, they normally do. Like, for whenever we have a Friday event, they normally do, like, a day ahead, normally. Sometimes if it's even 2 days ahead. It'll always be at least 1 day ahead. Maps can give gems, but it's not an immediate gem gain. You have to actually go and manually use that map. Let's see, we'll throw that down. But yeah, the average map, even if you quick complete it, will give you about 1 gem. If you actually did every single map as far as you possibly could, the average map probably gives you closer to like 3 to 5 gems. However, most people don't play out every single map they have, as that would take a very long time. Also, gosh, we just got 3 copies. which is good because that's actually exactly enough to go get another upgrade on it, which I believe is 2.5 times multiplier. So that's a pretty nice little margin right there. We also get an orb out of this, so this could potentially be something pretty juicy. So we'll go upgrade this, throw that there, go for upgrade. Put that there, and we actually have enough blue to go and get it all the way as well without even needing any white pet food. Always good to see. And there we go. So now we have a 2.5 multiplier for Mrs. Scales instead of a 2.25. So a little bit of an increase there. Obviously, that's going to make a very minimal difference. However, what may actually make more of a difference than that is this a blue orb or purple? The answer is no, of course not. Never mind. We got nothing. Well, at least we get a major orb the next 25 upgrades we do on pets. Hopefully that will be something good. Channel all of our luck towards that we didn't use right now. But anyways, okay, with that out of the way, now we can go do whatever the other objectives we need to go complete. Next, we'll probably go do the class event. So I'll probably just use what I showed on Monday. That's not what I showed on Monday. This is what I showed on Monday, which was Black Manacle Gluttony into Double Greed. There's not really that many options, so we're kind of stuck with this. The reason for Mechanus is it has half mana start while giving 5 additional damage to Brown, which is pretty beneficial as we are going to be needing that. So we're going to be utilizing that here. Go to games, go to class, and should be able to one-shot definitely in the first cycle. I'm not sure about the first 2. Gluttony's here more so just for the free gold, because why not? Bunch of free gold. And 2 of them because some people will not get max gold off of 1 cast. However, I believe we do reach max gold off of 1 cast these days. Yes, we do. However, of course, the double is to make sure for people who didn't have that much magic or that much HP or stats to end up doing that. But we're at 126 with the 20%, which that made it way more than 100. But if you don't, you can run double of them. Doesn't really matter too much if you have more of another guy. What main reason I have this is because he ends up exploding green. This also ends up exploding brown, which are the 2 colors we kind of need. Actually, not for him exploding green, but this exploding brown is useful. The reason why we have 1 single Gluttony is so we can use him for a little bit of mana accumulation if we end up accumulating too much green and blue. We can use that for a mana accumulation burst. He can also technically kill out if there's only 1 left. And we needed a cleanup option for it. Also, hello, Alfie! Welcome! And there's our Valraven. Yeah, remember to cast them once every single battle, might as well. It's a bit of free gold. Doesn't make too big of a difference, but normally we'd get almost no gold for the battle, and here we're getting 773 for maxing that out. I think the base value is closer to like 400 or 500 or so, but we're getting that extra little couple hundred from simply casting Greed, which takes like a second. So might as well. That is not the direction I meant to do that in. Fail. Yeah, but this will one-shot after. Yeah, let's see the gold difference of not casting Greed a single time. So we're hitting around mid 700 or so by casting Greed once. And without a Greed cast, that should be like 4 or 5. But let's double check it, see exactly. We do not have a good option here. We'll take that for now. We did not really cascade anything either. We'll take that. Try for a Gluttony. See if we can get super lucky. Apparently not, but at least we got the mana we needed. Okay, so this is what it looks like with no Greed casts. And we end up hitting a 558. So yeah, it probably hits around 500 or so. I think is the base value, because we got a little bit of gold from the thing. So yeah, we're boosting that by about 250. Like 200, 250 by using a single Greed. Which obviously isn't like a huge amount, but for how little bit of time it takes, we might as well. We'll take that over. Grab, we really don't have a good option here. We'll take all that mess. Come on, where's all of our mana at? Okay, there's our brown finally. And dead. And it should hopefully be enough to one-shot everything in this current set. And then we'll need to start double casting it. Okay, we'll take the brown. Oh, or not. Okay, well, we'll go for Black Manacle then. Get our easy Valraven kill without even need to worry about it. Oh, I forgot to cast Greed, but oh, not too big a deal. He's just kind of there if we want to go for that cast. Obviously, it's just not a speed difference. Almost doesn't even use any speed if you click quick enough on it. Like half a second to a second at most. Greed's ability actually has almost no downtime. You can notice this very well if you're using controller. You could pretty much cast it and go right to your next move without like barely any time going by. Like almost as quick as you can input is how quick it shifts. This is very noticeable when you're using Egg Thief team. If you're using Cedric, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, Greed, If you're using that variant of the team, you can very, very notice it in that when you're using controller. I haven't ran that team for a while, let alone with controller, but it is still really decent. It used to be absolute meta for a lot of things. In the current state of the game, it's still really good. Just not as meta. However, it is still one of the better gold farming teams in the game. Especially for only one Cedric. Oh, we do not have a full mana cascade. Well, let's take that for now. If nothing else to... Oh, I should take that purple there. Whoops. Mistakes have been made, and now he denies my purple. Ooh. What a fail. I should have taken that purple. We've tried for another Gluttony. Hopefully that explodes enough the mana we need. We'll go for that. Actually got our kill. It is unfortunately going to be a little bit short on damage. Gluttony, go. Imagine if that actually killed. Well, we got another recast, so we're not going to need it, though, because the skull will end up doing it for us. And get it done. But yeah, Doomsayer class itself, pretty bad. You would never actually go out of your way to really use it. It is among one of the weaker hero classes in the game. Which is unfortunate, because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it the last hero class ever added to the game? Pretty sure it was. Second to last was Monk. I'm pretty sure Doomsayer was the absolute last. It was really underwhelming. And Monk actually was rather underwhelming too. On paper, it seemed like it was going to be a lot better. But it not having half mana start was its biggest downfall. It just normally isn't quick enough to justify using. Even though it has the most amount of immunes of any hero class in the game. And a decent setup overall. It's just outclassed by Titan and other similar options normally. From the lack of half mana start. Where's our move? We'll take a purple for now. Only big issue here is we do not have full mana because no surge. Luckily that's going to be full mana, and then we poke him. He doesn't get mana drain in time, we'll be good to go. Luckily we're able to kill out that Corvash before he was any threat. Plus we get to deny him anyways off of Browns, since we both need the same color, and we get to go first. Hello Barbara, welcome. Hope all has been well. Too bad we can't put a Greed onto this team. Greed, of course, is normally... I mean, not Greed. I meant Leprechaun. Because Leprechaun is normally the alternative Greed. And in many instances is better than Greed. The only times you really use Greed is if you want to burst all the way to max gold very quick. Which is generally only viable from a speed perspective if you're using a team that has gold boost ratio. Obviously, the team we're currently using does not have gold boost ratio, just kind of there to give us the gold. Well, that's mostly because our limitation is very high. Not much of stuff in the kingdoms very quick. The only thing we could kind of do to maybe make it a little bit quicker, though, we'd have to go a different AoE weapon potentially. And I'm not sure if there'd be one under a double coloration that would really work. But switching out first slot for Wrath because of how much mana accumulation and damage it does. But it does damage in a way that would be kind of slow for this game mode. Okay, and last set of 5. Yeah, you like watching us troll and slime climb in the other game. Yeah, we've been having a lot of really fun streams with it. And we're going to continue streaming it into the future for sure. It's probably going to be a game that we're going to stream every single week going forward. Obviously, how much we stream it will, over time, slightly go down in favor of other games. But we will definitely do it every single week, at least once, pretty much going forward. Tuesday being the very likely day, though currently we're doing on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays currently. How about using Crescendo on this team with Archmage's class? That would be fine. Most people don't have Crescendo, though. I generally don't like using Crescendo for that reason. The other issue is I believe it would need triple shot on the last set. And for the earlier sets, it might have been a little bit quicker. But its kill range is rather weird due to the fact that it has half... it does damage based on half magic. Black Manacles is oddly enough one of the highest damage full AoE casts in the game. Not the absolute highest, obviously Dawnbringer, and I think a few others are a little bit higher. However, its coloration ends up working out really well. And most of the other ones that do a bigger full AoE, or like the Doom weapons that cost 18 and only use one color. Even though it's only a 3 mana increase, the fact that it only uses one color makes it a little bit harder to actually obtain the mana for them. Oh no, it actually mana drained the right one. The AI actually did something right. That's not allowed. How did they program the AI to do that? It almost never does something right. Let's see, we'll throw down Black Managle. Which I shouldn't say that. Only in Guild Wars does it feel like it figures out how to play. It definitely feels like the AI just magically learns, like, oh yeah, I know how to play Gems of War now. Sometimes. Obviously the teams are built much better than most teams we would ever face with anywhere else in the game. But still feels like they just magically learn to play all of a sudden. Let's see. Well, it's mostly just because they're composed of the strongest metas in the entire game. You never see stronger composed teams than when you do Guild Wars. It's because that's the whole premise of the game mode. Okay, one more battle. We're probably getting a Valraven on this battle. However, it means absolutely nothing. Oh, nope, I actually didn't even get it either. Though it could have escaped and made no difference if there was. I'm gonna take those reds. We don't actually need it for anything though. So we're not gonna bother. Can we cascade that into anything? No. Let's take the purple. Unfortunately, he denies our brown. I'm not sure if we really have a follow-up here, so let's go for a little bit of blue there. Obviously not for the blue itself, but just to pass our turn. We really do not have a good option. Let's take some red, I guess. He'll poke us, we'll poke him back. At this point, we could just win with a poke, and it looks like that's exactly what we're doing. Could have taken the skull or taken the yellow into the skull, but obviously skull is quicker. And there we go. And all that just for the 25 gems. Technically, a little bit of class XP. And a little bit of gold, but obviously the main reward is the gems. Also, I don't need the class XP. Since we, of course, have already maxed it. We did this pad already, right? Yes, we have. Just making sure. I always like double checking. Anyways, next order of business. Since we're already on magic, we might as well go do the other thing that requires doing magic, which is our dailies. Then we'll probably hand out a code. And then we'll go and do the Ward Lore event. And after that, we'll go and farm some Explore. Because we should still have a little bit of time left. And always good to get a little bit of grind on that. Still trying to make progress to 100 troops being gold medaled. We're getting there. Still got a little ways to go, though, but we're getting there. Closer and closer by the week. Only a matter of time. I'm using the wrong team for whatever I'm doing right now. What are we currently doing? We're doing... Okay, that's a very wrong team. I should be using the Explore 3 team, not Explore 12. That is very much the wrong team. When there's one enemy left and they get 10 cascades in a row. I normally don't have that issue for Guild Wars. My biggest issue that I normally have for losing Guild Wars is they land an Empower on turn 1 or turn 2, or really any turn for that matter, and then that Empower chains to them winning the entire battle. That's what normally happens if we lose. I'm pretty sure 80 to 90% of our losses is from Empower chaining into a win on the enemy. Where they end up getting alignment, or we didn't see that they had an alignment, and then they get a bunch of mana, and then they just keep casting and casting and casting until they win. That's probably the most common way we've ever lost Guild Wars. As far as every way that we potentially could have lost Guild Wars. However, if the Empower misses, it loses very hard. But if it lands, it can sometimes go too crazy to catch up. Some teams have a catch-up mechanic, but not all of them have the capability to do so. Let's see, we'll throw that over. Grab our Splosion. Yeah, to your previous comment, Defiant, we got almost no slime climbs in the most recent stream, unfortunately. It's very unlucky. It's one of those stages that generally gets to the final quicker. One of the funner stages in the game. Unfortunately, it didn't pop up that much. Is Empowered cast first not also the reason why we mostly win Guild Wars? Not always. I don't run Empower for every Guild War day. Actually, very few Guild War days do I run Empower. However, I run a somewhat equivalent of it, like a converter. Like, for example, Green Seer is a converter, Apothecary is a converter that we use on various days. But that's not exactly an Empower option. But converters do have basically like an Empower that has control over the board, in a sense. But they're not exactly the same category of troop. Especially since they will take at least, like, normally 2 turns to get the full mana in most situations. But they somewhat do the same effect. But no, I run Empower on almost no days. I run it on Red Guild War Day, and I think that is it. I'm pretty sure Red Guild War Day is the only day I actually run Empower, because I use it for the Zugoff build. I don't believe I run Empower on any other Guild War Day currently. I'm pretty sure that's the only day is Red Day. Oh, Green Day as well. Duh, because of Leprechaun. Or sorry, Purple Day, I mean. Green Day, I'm not sure if I use it. But yeah, Purple Day I use Leprechaun. Red Day I use 2 Empowers to feed into Zugoff. And is there any other instance? Do I not use one on Green Day? I might, given that it's a Leprechaun usable day. There's a possibility we don't. I'll go check after. I'm pretty sure only half the days I actually used Empower. And Leprechaun's not a converter, he's just a Empower option. I wouldn't roll into a kill at this point. However, we need the last little bit of our mana to actually go do that. So we'll take that, we'll do a thing, we'll throw down another thing, and we're good to go. Alright, there we go. Let's double check. Let's see. Also, Guild Wars next week, by the way. Speaking of Guild Wars, next week's event week, Tuesday to Sunday, is Guild Wars. And if you got the Battle Pass thingy, or even if you did it for free, you will have additional stats maxed out for Guild Wars as well. So even if you bought up to have extra stats, it would be the same as everyone else at that point, since everyone could have the max stats by that point. What am I looking for? I'm looking for PvP. I mean for Guild Wars. Guild War Red. We already said we use 2 Empowers, Scurvy Sea Dog and Drowned Sailor into Zugoff. For Blue Day, I use no Empower, but I use Converter. For Yellow Day, I use no Empower, so 2 non-Empower days. On Brown Day, no Empower, so that's 3. Purple, we use Leprechaun, and technically Green Seer, but Green Seer's not Empower. Another Leprechaun. Oh yeah, so for 3 of the days I run Empower. Green and Purple are Leprechaun, and Red Day feed into Zugoff. So yeah, half the days I use Empower, the other half I do not. And 2 of them have no actual good converter either. What was it? Well, actually, technically the other one does have a converter. It's only a single color though, and not a power converter. But anyways, we finished out dungeons, right? I believe we just did. It says it's complete, but I always like checking. And obviously we don't need to throw the 50 gem thing. It's only worth it on Sundays. You could theoretically throw it every single day, but it's only super good value on Sundays. Anyways, I think I said I would hand out a redeem code here, and then I'll go and go do the World Lore event. So let's go change over to World Lore event medal. Let me go get that code. I believe I already found the correct code before we started, so let me go check the code that we have on our copy paste right now. I don't think I put something else on my copy paste yet on the other computer. On the other computer I did. On the one that we actually have the game on. Oh no, I did! Because when I did the thumbnail, I changed my copy paste. Fail. I forgot, because I copy pasted the thingy thing. Okay. Let me go get it again. One moment. Sorry about that. Yep, that's the code. Just making sure. And just for fun, I should probably double check the previous code. But before I do, here you guys go. Here's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in a few settings menu, or whatever game says in the bottom left corner there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with UG. And give same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Let's double check that I used this previous code. I am almost guarantee I did, but always like to check. You never know. Where is the code section? I literally just used it. There it is. Hiding on me. I hate that it doesn't have like a little thumbnail thingy thing. There we go. Okay, so all is good. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go do War Lore of it. And make sure to go claim that code, everyone. They've been going a bit quicker lately. And while we don't have a super huge number of viewers today, it can still go pretty quick. Because it gets shared with guilds and stuff like that. So definitely make sure to claim that when you can. It only works on PC mobile version though. But anyways, World Lore event, still been running Tesla one-shots. I'm pretty sure it goes the entire way. I have yet to see this really fail, so it seems to be able to go pretty much the whole way. It might eventually fall off on one-shotting, but I'm very doubtful of this. So it does eventually, but it would take, you would need to hit very high level for this thing to finally not one-shot with how well its damage is, especially with 2 whole medals if you bought tier 4 to get the weapon, which was 500 gems. And if you end up doing that for the new weapon, and to help out your guild to complete out the event, it should be able to run one-shot the entire time. I guess that could slightly depend on your stats, however, obviously it's based primarily on their enemy stats, rather than your own, more so. And this team has so much mana accumulation that this all works out really well. Also, Tesla's the only hard thing to get on this team. Everything else super easy. Components as well. Making it a very easy team to build as well, which is always good. Gosh, this thing's so separated away from the other one. It's like a mile away as far as clicking. Hello, Corey G. Welcome. And as Bill Warhammer mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like. Helps out a lot. Greatly appreciated. Numbers for that have been a bit better lately, too. So thanks for that. I'm not sure if it ever really helps as much for Gems of War streams, though. Because pretty much anyone who'd be searching Gems of War probably have already seen us by now. It works a lot better for other games. Like whenever we do Fall Guys or like Mario Sunshine if we do it tomorrow or Saturday. Should hopefully have it tomorrow. And if not, we'll should hopefully have it on Saturday. But because those kind of games have obviously a lot more concentration of people actually doing it. Whereas for Gems of War, we're obviously pretty much anyone who's looking for Gems of War will see like 1.5 billion videos by us. If anything, we're the person who's oversaturated in that category. Whereas every other category is oversaturated with billions of other people. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Let's see. Only level 60. I still don't understand the leveling system of World Lore events. You can go from like these really tough like level 300 battles, and then the next route it's going to be like, oh, here's a level 50. I really don't understand the determination on leveling sometimes with this event. It just does not make sense at times. Okay, 2 more battles, because I highly doubt we're going to find another Valraven after just finding a Valraven, though you never know. You never know. I got Tesla down. And we go for the Inferno Machine. And so we got a Valraven here. That's probably the last battle of this extremely easy World Lore event that we'll have. We're gonna miss it. This thing just goes down like nothing. Anytime we have access to Tesla, it goes down like nothing, it feels like. But especially when we have spell increase for that. And there we go. And while we don't have all the points in, by the time we do our stream tomorrow night, we should have all the points in from the guild doing the rest of their stuff. It looks like we're in a multi-way tie with like every other person in their guild who does that similar. Yeah, we're pretty much right in the middle. Well, maybe a little bit above middle. But tier 4 is, well, technically tier 3 is like the minimum. But tier 4 more so is almost like the minimum this week. Well, it's not required, obviously. Normally, as far as events like this, normally tier 3 is the only thing that's really required. But tier 4 is still good to go for. It's a 250 gem difference, but you get the weapon without having to craft it. You get 3 more tokens. Those are the main 2 loots. You get a couple other loots, obviously, as well. But the 2 main ones are the weapon and the 3 tokens for 250 gems, which isn't too bad of an exchange overall. Also, they try selling the epic for like, what, 400 gems or so? Which 3 of them is 1/3 of that, so there's 133 gems right there, relative to if you were to buy it with other means through gems. And then you're basically getting the weapon for 127 gems? Or sorry, 117 gems or so. So, comes out to be pretty worth it. Since it pretty much already requires more gems than that, diamonds than that alone. Can you tell where's Lucy at the event on your guild? Lucy? I could check. What am I looking for? That's not what I wanted. She's at 2910. So a pretty good number. Anything above like 2,500 right now is probably fine. So you 4 slacking. But aside from that, yeah, anyone about 2,500 plus, perfectly fine. I'm not sure exactly where tier 3 would fall. I think it might actually be a little closer to 3,000, but someone might accidentally lost a Valraven somehow. That happens occasionally, obviously. Like probably a tier 3 and maybe lost a Valraven. Anyways, so we got cleared all that. Let's go now and do some World Lore. I mean, not World Lore. Do some token for grinding with the rest of our time tonight. Get a little bit of everything in. Of course, we're still hunting for these. We always will be. We're never not going to be hunting for tokens. When will we not be? Let's see. We'll throw that over. But yeah, generally anything around tier 3 is fine. Whatever the point results of a tier 3 gives is normally what the guild requirement for my guild is. And there's of course people under it at times. Really, as long as we get it completed in a timely manner, like by Friday or Saturday or so, normally by Friday or Thursday ideally. But if we get it done by that time, it almost doesn't even matter what everyone scored because we're doing it right. As long as we get it down around that time. My bigger concern is when we get it done at like the later part of Saturday or even on the last day of Sunday, or even worse, not get it done at all, which has happened a handful of times here and there, ever so occasionally. But that's when it's concerning, and when the people who are like way below or potentially in kick category. But yeah, we're generally nowhere near that threshold though. It looks like this week we got it done on Friday. Let's see. I'll throw that down just to get the burn on it. And that's enough reds to get our kill. And it should be matched as long as he doesn't dodge the skull. He does have 20% dodge. But even though her score is all the way towards the bottom, it's not a bad score due to how many points she has overall. Let's see, we'll throw that down. The bigger concern is that 1-0. That might have been a new recruit we got this week. But I think we already had all of our recruits, and I'm not sure. Or it could be someone who had to go away for a little while. Let's see, we'll throw that down, throw that over, get our destroy. Still exactly 13 reds left, which is perfect, and gives us all the extra turn off a Thrall, and then we start right into the kill. I still can't believe they even gave Thrall that extra turn out of nowhere. I always found that to be a weird mechanic when he first came out. And it became exceedingly more powerful as like every meta team ended up needing it because they just happened to use a lot of red. It just happened to work out that way. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. That is not at all what I wanted. It's not going to matter. Oh, yes it will. He's getting a revive. And he's super dead. Don't even need to follow up. The skull does it. Because of the burn from the other thing. Hopefully we'll get an Anu or Anisha today. We haven't gotten Anisha for about a week now. Our last Anu, I think, was on Saturday, oddly enough, from Explore 6. That's pretty sad that our most recent Anu, I'm pretty sure, was from an Explore 6. Which is the second rarest token instance in the entire game. As far as lowest possible drop rate that you can get on a category and to actually still get a drop. Why do we use Thrall so much? Later in the game, when you have really high magic, we're actually going to lose this. Oh no, we got to bring out that solo leprechaun mechanic. You got this, solo leprechaun. Solo leprechaun is very good at carrying. Let's see. We're going to have a really long battle now of the adventures of solo leprechaun. For the thingy thing. Oh, that's a massive fail then. Rippity. Unfortunate. Been a while since we've actually lost one of those. Very unfortunate. We couldn't be leprechaun carried that time. But yeah, Thrall has a really high amount of gem destroy based on magic. We're not even using any magic gains right now, and he's destroying 41 gems. This is absurdly high. Mostly because of how they change how Explode works. So Explode has been nerfed twice. It used to be 100% mana accumulation. Then it was changed to 75% mana accumulation. Or sorry, 70% mana accumulation. And then it was nerfed all the way down to what it currently is, 50% mana accumulation. The problem with this, with how Destroy currently works in the game, is Destroy does 100% the mana accumulation. So this basically means if you can get a Destroy of 33 or higher, you're doing more mana accumulation by a 33 or higher Destroy than you do from a full board clear, as in every single gem on the entire board has been exploded. You get more mana, not counting Cascade, but you get more mana from a 33 gem destroy than you do from a full board explore. Well, our Thrall has 41, so it's doing more than a full board explode, meaning we get more value, generally speaking, doing a Thrall 6 mana cast then we do a 15 mana Gorgotha cast that clears the whole board. So that's the main reason why Thrall is so powerful. It's basically a mythic with a common border, or, you know, as a common base rarity. Like, he's above the average mythic. He's probably top 10 in the entire game in the current state of game. Thrall. At least in an end game kind of situation. He's a little bit weaker early on in the game. But later you get into the game, the more overpowered he is. He's also generally overpowered in general in delves. Because even if you have lower stats, you'll likely have extra bonuses that make him have higher stats when you're in a delve situation. Which makes him even more overpowered. He can easily reach, in the current state of the game, a full board clear of 64. Meaning every cast he does, he will have a pretty good chance of extra turning, combined with the fact that he'll get mana from all 64 gems on the board, which is insanely powerful. There's a couple other troops that are similar to him, like Egg Thief and a few others here and there, that can do very similar mechanics. However, he does it for the absolute lowest mana cost at only 6. Whereas most other troops that do it at a much higher mana cost. For example, Egg Thief does it at double the mana cost at 12, plus requires a gold gain to actually get started. Whereas this thing needs no gold gain, it just needs the initial magic. Yeah, it's very broken. I'm actually really surprised if he doesn't get nerfed at some point. Like, there's no way they're going to keep him like this forever. They're probably going to nerf almost every destroy troop in the game. Probably make every destroy troop do like half their amount of gems or something. I'm not sure what they'll do exactly. But there's almost no way they're not eventually going to nerf it. I'm surprised they haven't yet. They haven't really done like a proper balance patch for a very long time. I think it's been almost like 2 years since we really gotten a proper balance patch. They used to do it a lot in the past, but as of recently, they've obviously not been barely doing it at all, if at all. Oh, you have Impervious, don't you? Oh, there we go. Now you did. Nothing good from the tokens. That's still tokens nonetheless. Oh, we still have 20% on Blackhawk. Well, we'll do it again. Not sure if it randomly chose Blackhawk again or if it just magically decided not to change its location. But back in we go. I'm not sure if that etchy is a thing whenever that does happen. If it just happens to so choose the exact same one over again. Or if it just for whatever reason still just chose to stay on the same one. Also, did you guys see the Nintendo Mini Direct today? Monster Hunter actually looks pretty cool. I've never actually gotten into the Monster Hunter series. I've been considering it. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Go get the other one down. Get our instant kill off of that. Get her destroy. And that should be match. Yeah, we might need to do Monster Hunter. It's coming like way later next year though. Well, we'll probably get into it. I've been interested about the series. I've just never really had the chance to get around to it. Also, one of the more recent games, I don't believe was on a Nintendo console. Though it might have been on PC. What was Monster Hunter World, I believe, was their most recent game. Let's see, we'll throw that down. You're just waiting on a blue miner for Zugoff? Nice, hopefully you get it soon. Yeah, that last miner or two can take forever to get. You have 12,000 hours in the series? Oh gosh. That is a lot of time. Play distance PlayStation Tour 2, nice. I've never got around to the series. I've seen a lot of stuff related to it over time, but I never really got around to playing any games in the series. That was easy. It literally just let me get the skull each time without even going for them. Super easy. And we got side corrects 2 times in a row. There is another mythic here. You're allowed to go, what's his name? Megavore is the other one from this kingdom. But apparently just wants to keep using the side corrects. Which is actually bad because it's impervious. So we have to target it. Well, then again, don't they both have impervious? I kind of forgot about that. Both Black Hawk mythics actually have impervious. Because both Megavore and Sacrex have it. That could be a little annoying. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one it is. Actually, it's actually better that it's not Megavore then. Because not only does it have impervious, but it also has a random chance to kill us. So never mind, keep doing what you're doing. Because Sacrex is actually weaker. Because you can get ultra unlucky and actually die on a single extra turn. Though it would only kill Leprechaun, so that wouldn't be as big a deal. But it would still be bad. Oh, we're entangled. Hello. I'll throw that down. And PS5 announced its price and everything the other day. I'm very likely not going to be getting a PS5 or Xbox, though. I haven't seen enough games I would want to play to really justify it. Especially since the full console for both is $50, isn't it? I forget what the Xbox's one was, but PS4 definitely was. I mean, PS5. I'll throw that down. Oh, I'll take that over. Oh, that's not what I wanted to move. Fail. And he just leaves us with the win. Very nice. What console would I lean towards? Between the two, definitely PlayStation. I feel like almost all Xbox exclusives go to another console at some point. Or to PC. More so than PlayStation 5 does. I always find Nintendo exclusives to be the most enticing, though. More often than not. Like 90 to 95% of the times. These are just more my style of games. Oh, you are not burned yet because you got revived. Or not revived, but summoned. Mistakes have been made. I'm just going to go for Explode here. I think this actually going to be more consistent here. And it was killed with this, and I'll be burned and easily die to anything. And there we go. Well, there isn't much of a need to get a PS5 immediately if you already have a PS4. Because some of the PS5 games are actually coming out for PS4. Not sure on a full list, but a decent handful of them actually are. But obviously, I don't own any PlayStation currently. Let's see, I'll throw that down. But for both the next-gen consoles, it's they both have enough backwards compatibility that you might not necessarily need to get one like immediately compared to other generations. But yeah, last I checked, I think like half of the things coming to PS5 are coming to PS4 that they've announced so far. Maybe not half, but almost half. And $50 is a lot to spend on a new console. Nintendo Switch runs for as low as $200 if you get it without the dock. Or if you get a used one. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. The Adventures of Leprechaun activated. Oh no, we're entangled too. That's even worse. Oh no. We're not going to be able to outdamage him. We might be in a situation where we actually can't outdamage him. We might just have to retreat. We might literally be in a situation that we cannot realistically win. Let's see, we'll take that. Oh, come on, we don't even have a skull follow-up here. That is very bad. We'll try for it off of Sky. Hey, we got it. No, we're still entangled, though. This is going to be unwinnable. Because we have to get unentangled almost immediately. And then find skulls. Yeah, this is unwinnable. Realistically. Rippity. Oh, we still have 20% there. Let's go back. Gosh, second time I got clipped on a battle. That really doesn't happen. But this is why I normally use a Dragon Guard. Wait, isn't this Switch Lite $200? Did I misprice it? It didn't interest me as much because the dock seems so much more useful. Let's see, how much is Switch Lite? Switch Lite price. Let's see. Best Buy had one at 200. Is it actually 250 retail? What's his price? Switch Lite price, retail price. Let's see. Yeah, it's 200. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Oh, also, they finally discontinued the 3DS. The 3DS has been officially discontinued as of yesterday or earlier today. Which is, I never actually got a 3DS. But my friend ended up giving me his hacked 3DS because he didn't need it anymore. I mostly played it for Mario Kart 7 and a few other games I haven't played there. Also has Ocarina of Time on it, which is nice, and Majora's Mask, HD remakes that they have, which they haven't re-released on Switch yet. I think the Wii U and 3DS are doing the two things it's on. The re-release of them. Let's see, we'll throw that over. But yeah, I never bothered getting a 3DS. I kind of skipped over that whole generation of Nintendo. The Wii U and 3DS generation, I completely skipped over. I went from Wii to Switch. Let's see, we'll throw that down. And the rest of the time in between, I just did PC gaming. Yeah, it went for like 9 years, the 3DS. And also, the 3DS could play all DS games, too. So if you think of how many games that covered, that's a lot of games. Also, one of the best Mario parties actually came out on DS. Not 3DS, but the normal DS. Though it was still playable on 3DS. It was, what was this called? Mario Party DS, actually. But, that's probably the best Mario Party, one of the best that they've ever made. Not the absolute best. But, it was really solid. The only big issue with it was the AI was horrible. But, gameplay-wise, it had some of the best and creative minigames. Especially since it could use the mic as well as the touchpad. So there's a lot of things that it could do that was never really done in any other Mario Party because it didn't have access to those kind of functions. And it also had a weird board control mechanic, which was used almost never in any other Mario Party, despite it being one of the better mechanics in a Mario Party. Because you could actually control part of the boards by setting up traps that would only trigger on other players and not yourself. I think some of them were beneficial, so you could actually technically set up an area and loop in between it in order to trigger them as well. There's a lot of strategy with it. I'd probably place it around like 4th or 3rd for overall best Mario Party ever. 3, 4, and 5 I'd probably say were the overall best. Particularly 3, 4, and DS versions I think are my best 3, or my favorite 3. There might be one that had some pretty other fun minigames as well. But from current memory, 3, 4, and DS were my favorite versions of Mario Party. And then DS, I believe, would come out to be 6.5 or 7.5 if it actually had a version number. I think it came around then. Mario Party for Switch was a bit underwhelming overall, I would say. It's definitely not the worst Mario Party they ever released, but it's far from being the best. I believe the main reason why they released Mario Party and pretty much abandoned it completely and never did a single update to it ever in pretty much its entire history, nor any DLC or nor anything, I believe is because generally main consoles get more than one Mario Party, and I'm pretty sure next year or 2 years from now they're going to add another Mario Party and then go all out with that Mario Party and make that one the one that survives the rest of the lifespan of the console. Hey, we got an Anu and a Rainia. Nice. Pretty good combination. Actually got a good chest for once. Grab our tribute. But I believe the main reason why this most recent Mario Party is a little bit more bare bones is they're planning on making another Mario Party, and that next one will survive the rest of the lifespan of the console. Because I believe every console has had at least 2. N64 had 3. 1, 2, and 3. GameCube had, I believe, 4? Question mark? It was 3 or 4. I can't remember. I think it was 4. It had 4, 5, 6, and I believe 7. The Wii had 8 and 9, I'm pretty sure. Or was it just 7 and 8? I'm not sure. But it had definitely had 8. And then the Wii U one had, I believe, 9 and 10 then. And then they just started calling it the new name when they made it over to Switch. They changed its name to, I don't even remember what it's called now. Its full actual name. But it's technically Mario Party 11. Let's see. We'll throw that down. However, the ones that were released on handheld were never numbered. Like Mario Party DS never had a number associated to it. It was just called Mario Party DS. Same as the Game Boy Advance one. However, the Game Boy Advance one did not play anything like a Mario Party game. That was a pretty fun game nonetheless. But it basically just had the Mario Party name, but not actually set up as such. Let's see, we'll throw that over. Hopefully get alignment there. And it should be dead. Yeah, we played it around the time. Actually, that was the first game I got on Switch when we got our Switch 2 years ago. The very first game I got was Mario Party. Main reason I ended up eventually getting a Switch ultimately was for more Smash. Smash, we have the second highest amount of playtime on. I think we're at like 700 or 800 hours, even though we barely stream it. I play it with friends and just play it casually here and there. But, yeah, we have the second most amount of time in it. The most amount of time, obviously, being in Animal Crossing. Also, I think Animal Crossing is the quickest I've ever hit 1,000 hours in a game that was on console specifically. We've hit 1,000 quicker on PC games, but never have I hit 1,000 hours quicker on a console game than I did with Animal Crossing. Mostly because it has a daily system, which probably adds to a lot of that time. Because most console games do not really have like a daily system set up, unless it's like has 1.5 billion microtransactions. Let's see, we'll throw that over. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know. I think we're going to go for one more chest and probably call it a wrap for tonight. Let's go head over here and get our last final chest. And then tomorrow we're going to do raids. We'll be back at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 13 hours from now. So whatever your time is then is when we'll be back. And we'll be rolling with raids. And if I can get my hands on it prior to the stream. Yeah, our hero died a lot. It's why I normally run... It's why I normally in the past ran Dragon Guard. Dragon Guard almost never dies, but it's slower. This thing dies a lot, but it's a lot quicker on average. But yeah, you gotta be careful with it sometimes. It's one of the reasons I ultimately switched to Dragon Guard for such a long duration. However, I believe this is still quicker, even if it fails, than compared to using Dragon Guard, just because of the one-shots it gets. What was I about to go say? Oh yeah, but tomorrow, if I can get my hands on it, physical copy, we will be doing a Mario Sunshine stream after Jim's Award tomorrow morning. We're going to do raids, and then we'll do Mario Sunshine. Assuming I can find one. Should be able to. I highly doubt every shop will be sold out, like, immediately. I'm going to go early before everyone gets there. Away from the virus. Away from all the peoples. But, should be fine. And just check a couple stores. My main concern is if we pre-ordered it, it wouldn't come till, like, at least a couple days. Because I've already noticed other things I've ordered have been slightly delayed. I don't have a GameStop anywhere near me. I believe the only GameStop near me is in a really crowded mall. Though obviously it's probably not as crowded. I haven't actually been to it since the virus. Actually, last time I was there was when Animal Crossing came out back in March. Because I got this thing. The amiibo thingy. Which saves all the amiibos to them. So any game that we ever have on Switch that requires amiibo, we could just have them already. And I do have a friend that has, like, literally every amiibo in existence. It's pretty funny. He has the money that he can easily throw them down, like, the second they come out, just buys them all. However, that's basically what this is, but it gets to save them all to it. And it is much cheaper. This thing goes for almost, like, $100 these days, though. I got it for only, like, 20 bucks. Because the biggest problem is, because of the coronavirus, I believe they went out of production. And because of Animal Crossing, it went up in value, like, absurdly, because having it is basically infinite currency in Animal Crossing if you time travel. So it was very sought after because you could basically, without hacking in any way, could have infinite currency in Animal Crossing if you time traveled with it. It also would allow you to get any villager you wanted for the most part. Except for a few handful of exceptions. So its value went up, like, absurdly high. Like, let me actually go check it. The power tag. Let's see, what's its full name? Power Saves power tag. This thing costs, like, over $100 now. I've got it for $20 in the store. Because I was smart and bought it ahead of time. And then everyone else scrambled at a later point to get it. Let's see. Power Saves power. There are different brands of it, though. Power Saves for Amiibo. I want to try searching this exact term. So it's 20 euros there still. However, is it actually in stock? Let's see. I'm trying to find this thing. Power Saves. Amiibo power tag. Show me prices. Let's see. Oh, no, it looks like some places still have it for 20 bucks in stock. eBay's trying to sell it for 40. Okay, maybe it did go back in production. I've seen it as high as 100 before. It might have just been at peak Animal Crossing where it went super, super high. But it seems to have stabilized a bit more. Seems to be going for 20 to 40. But it was as high as 100 bucks at one point. Probably because of scalpers and stuff like that. It just, like, shot up in price. Because, like, every store was, like, sold out of them probably for some duration of time. Let's see. We'll throw that over. Get our zoo guff. Let's see. We'll throw that over. Grab our explosion. And dead. Okay, final chess. What do we get? Anything? We got an Orpheus and we got a guard. You can keep them for like 4 to 5 years and sell the full collection. Oh, he would never sell it. He has like a bunch of cabinets in his basement for his gaming cave. And like there's a whole section where all the walls are just amiibo. And the only thing that isn't amiibo is a TV. It's like just a TV with a bunch of gaming setup and then it's like surrounded by amiibo. And that's not even the bigger TV. The ultra big TV's on the other wall. But yeah, he would never sell those. He makes enough money that he never would need to. I wish I had that kind of money. He has more money than he could ever know what to do with. I am pretty sure. Where are you going to for the World Lore event for level 12? What do you mean? When are you going for the World Lore event for level 12? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could you rephrase that question? And if does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up for now. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, 13 hours from now. Yeah, could you rephrase that question, Defiance? Because I am not sure what you mean. Oh, yeah. You mean trying to go... Oh, I misread that. I thought you said World Lore or World Event, not World Record. My bad. I misread that. We're going to be doing that probably next Wednesday and Thursday. I need to go make sure we go download a timer for that so we can go and have some kind of timer on screen. Because I never actually did that for the new computer yet. But we definitely need to make sure we go do so. But yes, we will go do that on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We'll be trying for the world record on Explore 12. I'm not sure exactly where we'll be farming. Excuse me. I might double check where the current world record does it and just do it there. Possibly. Since obviously they got world record off that location, so might as well test it there. But yeah, Wednesday and Thursday we'll try for world record on Explore 12. I'm generally not someone who speed runs, but that is something that we could easily speed run. It won't be. It's a nice and short speed run, so it wouldn't be something hard to do for the most part. But it's extremely luck based is the only problem. The amount of times we'll have to run it to try to get a good run will be very, very hard. And it only takes like under 2 minutes. The world record, I believe, is 1 minute 41 seconds. So it is a very, very quick speed run. Because obviously every single time we go for a chest is, you know, what it is. It's just going from no battle to all the way to the chest. And then getting that drop. I think the timer stops when you actually open the chest. I'm not sure. I need to go double check the rules on it. But yeah, we will be trying for it on Wednesday and Thursday. But anyways, guys, I am going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back, as I mentioned, 13 hours from now. And we'll be doing raid event. After that, assuming we have a copy, we will then go play Mario Sunshine. And this weekend, we'll be going through Mario Sunshine. If I have enough time, we might go through Mario 64. I've never actually played Mario 64. I have played through Sunshine. It's actually one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. And I'll be going through that for all the nostalgia. But when did that game come out? 2002, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 2002, 2003. It's like 18 years old at this point. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Gems of War in 13 hours from now, 8 p.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. Or I'll say it right eventually. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, we'll still be doing Gems of War every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Helps out a lot. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there. And catch you soon.